Welcome, magnificent, radiant, phenomenal you. I am so grateful for your time, for your space, for your energy to be here today. And of course, I say thank you. When is the last time? When is the last time that you gave yourself permission to just be still? To just be still. I ask this question because I think it's so important for our overall well-being to carve out space where we can just breathe. So let's do that really quickly together. Let's just breathe. And one more time, just inhale, inhale. And hold it. And exhale. So interesting how our mind will say, you have no time for that. That is an absolute waste. Do you see what's on your to-do list? That is important. That breathing thing is not important. You don't have time for that. And so it fascinates me how our minds basically lie to us and keep us away from a practice that is designed to really bring us to a place of clarity and calm and connection with what really matters. Because we usually go through our day trying to just check things off, saying this is what needs to be done. And we're racing. Or we're still physically, but we're not present because we're constantly thinking about that last conflict I had with a person, the tension that I feel about a decision that I'm making. Maybe I'm worried about what I need to do next or what happened the other day. And so I'm not really here, or I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, but I'm just really thinking about what I want to say next. And maybe I'm just sitting there and judgment of you and making assessments, as opposed to really connecting. And when I really connect, I see all that we have in common. I see that no matter what you're going through, there's a part of me that's designed to fully understand. And I'm not talking about understanding from a mental place. I'm talking about understanding from the aspect that I too am a human being, and I see and I respect your humanity. Regardless of whether I agree with your choices, your ideology, your opinions, that I can just see and respect your humanity. I see the gift of life in you. And by seeing the gift of life in you and honoring the gift of life in you, I'm honoring the gift of life, period. I'm honoring life as a whole. And that all seems so contrary to how we've been conditioned to think about each moment and each day when I'm weighing and seeing myself based on what I accomplish and what's tangible. Something as simple as breath and making space seems like a waste. Seems like an absolute waste. And if my mind tries to make space for the idea that this could be healthy for me, will counter back. No, what's healthy for me is finishing my to-do list so I can get some rest. What's healthy for me is getting the pat on my head for accomplishing something that I'm accomplishing for the sake of being recognized, as opposed to being engaged with whatever I'm doing for the love of the experience, for the curiosity of discovery, for being open to what is new, and embracing that no matter how familiar something may seem, that everything is new when I see it through the eyes of right now. But often, I'm not seeing it through the eyes of right now. I'm seeing it through the eyes of, oh, this reminds me of that thing back there. Or this thing is just a bypass for me to get to where I really want to get to. And I'm not fully connected with the moment and the encounter and the gift at hand, which is right now. So I invite you to think about, where are some ways that I can begin to tell myself, yes, this time of being still and of breathing and noticing and observing and listening is for my overall good. This helps me be engaged. This helps me be who I really am. It helps me tap into my reservoir of patience and compassion and kindness. It helps me be open to give and to receive. And so I want to invite you to think about, how can you begin to make time to do that? One suggestion is, when you're in the shower, linger long enough to feel the water hitting your body, moving in between your toes, to feel it. I invite you, the next time that you arrive to your destination, be still. Whether it's in your vehicle, in the lobby, wherever it is, just for a few moments in the meeting, at your desk, to be still before you head into motion. When I was younger and growing up, I used to always want to fill the space, fill the void with chatter. And it made me uncomfortable whenever there was quiet. And so I notice, whenever I'm filling up space with just fluff, with just that surface, meaningless talk, I can catch it and with gentleness bring it back to, it's okay to be quiet. And usually when I'm quiet and I shift gears, then I'm able to speak from a place that communicates, how are you? As opposed to, how are you? What's going on? That communicates, doesn't really matter. I'm filling the space. So I want you to think about how I can say yes, even though it may seem counterintuitive, for moments for me to be still. I talk about those times in Ohio with those thunderstorms at night that just came crashing in with lightning and thunder as being the beautiful times where I could feel so in touch with the contrast of quiet and storm. So regardless of what kind of storm may come in our lives, internal or external, there's an opportunity. Just like when I would be in my bedroom back in Ohio during a summer or spring thunderstorm, particularly at night, I can still have that. I can still access that, and so can you.